What's up guys, BrunsNick's back and it's comparison time. Today I'll be comparing the Extreme Envy versus the Envy Tour Pearl. Two completely different bowling balls that just came out in the hammer line. One high performance, one mid-range and control. Let's see what these two do side by side compared to one another and where each excel on the lanes. Before we get to all that, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Now let's see the Envy Tour Pearl versus the Extreme Envy. All right, time for comparison. The latest hammer balls, Envy Tour Pearl versus the Extreme Envy. Obviously completely different bowling balls. One's a high performance ball with a whole lot of surface, a whole lot of core, and then we have the Envy Tour Pearl, which is more for control, lower differential, lower intermediate, and a weaker, cleaner cover. So I'm gonna get them on the lanes, and we're gonna see how they do from out, from in, and let's just get right into it. So this is gonna be a little bit different review. Usually I review balls that are very close to one another, and these ones are going to be quite a bit different. So a ball like Envy Tour Pearl with its quick response, you know, playing out in the straight angles I found in my original video, which I'll link up there, is it responds really hard to friction, okay? Let's keep that in mind as we go. So it responds really hard to friction, where a ball like Extreme Envy, stronger cover, is going to read the lane a little sooner, bleed off more energy, and be a little more smoother overall. But should be able to handle a little bit more heavy oil. So we're bowling on a new pattern this today. Crown Jewel, 43 foot. It's a pretty high ratio, 13.1. A little more units in the middle, a lot of units in the middle, I should say. So once we get through the gush, we'll definitely see a little bit difference here. So we saw how the Envy Tour there responded to the dry out there. And a ball like Extreme Envy, you could say that ball hooked less. Now why would a ball like Extreme Envy hook less than Envy Tour Pearl? How is that possible? Well, it's bleeding more energy off and it's not responding as hard to the dry. So it actually rolls a little bit more forward and stays on line better. So we'll see more difference on that, especially when we start moving way in and getting around it. How are we doing here? Backwards. There we go. Gotta get some schmutz out of the thumb. Love that word, schmutz. All right, so we're gonna move 5 left. We're gonna start opening up the angles ever so slightly, getting it out to the dry, targeting. Wanted to get it about 5 board down lane. I think that's good. Oh, you guys thought there would be another 9-pin in a BrunsNick video, but not right now. At least not that shot. I don't want to cancel it out for the entire because I know better. All right. So once again, Envy Tour Pearl coming up. Extreme Envy looked really good. And that's the thing I noticed for that ball in my original video, which I'll put the link up there, is the ball looked fantastic from out on the fresh. In the middle zones, it kind of labored a little bit, and when I got all the way left and opened my angles, it looked really good. All right. Now let's get this Envy Tour Pearl into a little bit more oil. Oh man. Difference in shape, completely different. And especially how that ball goes through the pins now that you get a little bit more oil. The response on Envy Tour Pearl with HK22, whew, big time. I'm thinking with surface on this ball, I think it's a lot stronger than advertised. You know, I think it can handle quite a bit of oil. When you have a ball that responds that hard, yeah. All right, I'm moving 5 more. We're gonna start opening up the angles a little bit, still trying to get it out to that 5 board. We'll see this, oh man, way out there. Woo! All right, that was a little bit wide. I got that out to probably like 2 board. It did get back, but as you notice, as the ball encounters a lot of friction, tendency is gonna be to roll forward. You keep that ball in a little bit more into the oil, retains its axis rotation, and it usually goes to the pins harder like the last shot. But for the sake of this comparison, we're gonna try to get this Extreme Envy. I keep trying to call it Envy. Extreme Envy out to like 2 board, 3 board from that same spot. And we'll see. Once again, we're 10 left of where we began. We're gonna try to get this out all the way, almost to the gutter. Yeah, it definitely got out there, but as you can notice, that ball picks up just a little bit sooner. So it doesn't quite push back the brake. It sees it and it goes. So shape-wise, they're completely different, where Envy Tour Pearl got it down the lane a little bit easier. And the Extreme Envy read it just a little bit sooner and stopped it from getting too far behind the head pin. Look right there. All right, we're moving 5 left. All right, we're still gonna swing it out to try to get to like 5 board. And go from there. Oh man. I'm just feeling on the edge today. 5 board? No, we don't need no stinking 5 board. We're going out to 2 board today, fellas. So we're gonna just keep this up. We're gonna try swinging it. We're gonna use all the bowling ball's energy, and that's just what we're gonna do. So we're gonna see how a ball like Envy Tour responds now through a little bit more oil. If I can get it out to 2, 3 board, is it gonna peel off that spot or is it gonna labor? We're gonna find out. Might have got it just a little bit inside of it. Might have. But that ball definitely peeled off the spot. I'm gonna throw one more from that spot. I just really want to get this ball out to that gutter. I just want to see what it does. All in the name of science. All right, one more shot from out there. Really gonna try to send this out a little further. Yeah, okay. I'm sold. Let's move it on in. We're gonna do our last zone, 20 left. So 5 more left to where we began. This has been probably the most interesting ball that we've come out with in this latest launch. The cool looks, cool core, HK22, just fires on all cylinders. All right, here we go. Oh. The world's slowest messenger. Yeah, that's what messengers look like at my age, folks. All right, so got it out there. Definitely had a little bit of a tough time getting back through that gush of oil in the middle. We'll see now if cover strength wins this battle and this ball picks up and goes, because it slows down a little better than the Envy Tour Pearl does. So last shot here, let's give it a good one, let's send it out. Yeah, there's definitely some differences between those 2 bowling balls. Extreme Envy with that solid cover, super low RG, high diff, high intermediate, all the good stuff there. Envy Tour Pearl, lower diff, lower intermediate, cleaner cover with HK22. What do you think of this comparison side by side? Put your comments below. And as always, please subscribe.